Pom pom band. Good morning. Good morning. Apologies. Good evening, even. Welcome in, everybody. Hope everyone is fine. Bit of a late start today. Been out all day with football and then Newcastle match as well. So a bit of a late start. But we're going to have a look at West Country 3 first of all. There is a new line pack from Gary. I believe it's Gary. With a number of new lines. I think it is available on the OMSI 2 web disc site, I believe. And it's absolutely sweltering outside. Still, 8 o'clock at night, UK, and it's still boiling. There we go. Hi, my body. Good to see you. I am absolutely melting. It's so hot still. Hi, Michael. I wasn't sure if it was or not. I thought it was. Been a long day. Been a very long day. I'm good, my body. Tired, aching, aching legs from football. I got some of your line packs are the best. I didn't even realize it was on until yesterday. It was like yesterday when I noticed it. I know there's a one on Techno on Techno servers, but it's only the 5. So I guess, is it the 5 and 5B on that one? What we phone it. Ah, right, I was going to say, well, I haven't been on most of the early part of the week, so that could be why I never noticed it. Are we on? I vaguely remember someone mentioning there was a one coming. Ah, right, that could be why I never noticed it then. Hi.
Morning, driver. Hello, lad.
Hi.
Hiya, driver. Give us a return.
What is that annoying buzz?
Thank you, driver.
Yeah, can we London one done? Something different. I know there's a few in London, like when I London, we extra line pack done for something a bit different. Oh my god, what was that buzzing noise? Seriously. There again, it's gone. Oof. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, a couple of shorter routes on Scunthorpe as well would be nice. Yeah, there's quite a few. I mean, there's quite a few routes on London. I've enabled the AI routes as well, just for something different on London. Don't know what happened to the Square Mile project. I've never even seen anything more for that one. It's supposed to be a small London map called the Square Mile. Map called the Square Mile project, but I've never seen much more.
That's a bad driver.
I've never seen much more about it. I don't know what's happening to that. That was called the Square Mile project. Positive it was. Yeah, that's why I stopped doing Scunthorpe, because it was so long. I don't think what that London map was called. Yeah, it was called the Square Mile project. Could have been. Might have been Morden.
Next stop, Paddington Royal Hospital.
Wasn't that a Discord server? Is it still there? Yeah, projects. It was called Project Square Mile, yeah. But I think it's just vanished off the face of the earth. It's been. I don't think Pimlico said anything to agents, has it? I just want Project Nicola. Can't wait for Project Nicola to come. I think we're in for a long wait still. There's a few UK buses coming, isn't there? The Gemini 2s from the Gemini's from Studio Polygon, Gen 2s from Masterswitch, and the Veiling Classics as well from Masterswitch. And then the Omni Decker. No, I've not heard nothing. Nah. And let me see, Joe Dobson normally puts a few on, but there's been nothing for a few months, I think. The last time I seen an update on a caller. They're probably going to all come together, aren't they? Studio Polygon Gemini pack, the Berlin Classic pack, the Gen 2 pack, the Omni Decker, and there's the Everest as well. Yeah, exactly. No more. Too many buses, not enough map. Okay, so what will be? This will be the Geminis, Gen 2s, Classic, Berlin Classic, Omni Decker, and then the Everest. So 5 buses. Potentially 5 new bus packs to come for UK buses. No map to go with it. Someone's doing Edinburgh as well, isn't there? But it's going to be, that could be. Is it Edinburgh? I say the Edinburgh, Glasgow. I saw someone do in work in progress, but I think that's probably going to be 12, 18 months down the line, isn't it? Unfortunately. Yeah. Can't wait for the northeast map to come. But how far it is, so we have seen some of the YouTube videos from Jarrow to South Shields, and then from the one that you put on Jarrow to South Shields. Again, I think they're judging by the videos. I think they're going to be a good 12 months or so away, aren't they? Aye, yeah, it's definitely 18 months at least in it for the Edinburgh one. Is that Owen? Is it Owen doing it? Or am I getting confused with someone else? Yeah, I think yeah, but it's still very, very very raw still, isn't it? The northeast one. But at least it's being started. I like the looks of the Blackpool one that was on. But that again, that vanished. Never seemed to be progressed. Loads of stuff on fellow films for it, and then like I said, just there's nothing more. Probably 18 months since anything was posted for the Blackpool map. Oh, I knew Owen was doing one. And I've just realised. You've got to choose the second hospital stop, haven't you? Right, I'll cancel that and start again. Yeah, like I said, the Blackpool map looked quite good as well. Hi, Ben the Bus Boy. Where am I? Should have known as well from last night. Didn't even dawn on us. I thought it might have been fixed. Yeah, see, I should have twigged. Yeah. Yeah, I've done that a few times. Ben changed the channel name a few times. I think we're stuck with what we've got now. We're pretty much. Oh, OMSI has died on us. Oh no, it hasn't. Come back to life. Yeah, I've never tried it, Ben. This was the first attempt at it. Hi, Harrison. Welcome in. Good to see you. Be sick of the sight of the bus. I'll be sick of the sight of the buses on Sunday. Well, next Sunday. Right, let's try this one again. Go. No, we won't. Come on. Regulation one. I have to change that to the second. Is it the second or the third? Second one. Should be back. They should be on next week or the week after, shouldn't it? Because the gentlemen are back on. PDP's back from holidays next week on the, I believe. $44, isn't it? I did choose the second one, didn't I? No, but I'll do it again. I'll try it. I'll choose that one instead.
Next stop.
There we go.
Hatchway.
Where? Oh, well, that's fine. This one's by Gary. Yeah, this one's by Gary. If you search on where on the OMSI web disc site, it should be on there now. Why am I not moving? Yeah, next Sunday is going to be a nightmare for me trying to find my bag on one of 60 odd buses.
Good day, driver.
What? Hello,
Single.
mate. Lovely. Cheers. Hello there.
Hello, driver.
Morning, sweetie.
I'm just hoping that one of the buses is unique. It stands out from the rest so I can put my stuff on that one. And then find it at the end. Friggin' nightmare last year. Great North Run. Great North Run, Michael. Yeah, you stick all your, get the start line, all your bags go on buses. And then the buses then drive to South Shields for the finish to pick up. But it's a friggin' nightmare. They do have letters on, but it's, when you've just run 13 miles, you sometimes forget what friggin' bus you put it on. I was quite lucky last year because there was one or two that weren't in the default liveries, so there's a couple of I think one was the British Legion one, which I stuck mine on instead. No, it's Sunday. But no, week on Sunday. Sunday the 10th. Sunday the 10th. Oh, shit. The red light. Next Sunday. Yeah, they're normally all Great North, Go Northeast branded ones, which is a friggin' nightmare. Yeah, like I say, Ben, they're normally all Go Northeast buses. And they're all in the normal red and blue livery. You see, luckily there's normally one or two that are like in the British Legion liveries and which stand out. So it's picking them on one of them instead.
Next stop, Paynton Royal.
It has tempted. I have been tempted before. People used to do it all the time, Michael. People used to. A lot of people would run to Hewitt, run to Cater Stadium, then jump the metro to Tyne Dock,
Next stop,
and then jump off the metro and run the last mile. But you can't do it anymore because there's a timing max every mile. So if you miss one of the timing points, you get banned from any further runs. So kind of stop the cheaters. Because originally it used to be 5 miles, 10 miles, and then the finish line for the timing shift, but then they changed it to every mile. As I say, there would be loads, but there would be, like I say, absolute shed loads would get to Gates Stadium or Hewitt, and then, like I say, they just jump the metro to South Shields or Tyne Dock, and then run the last mile. Defeats the purpose. It defeats the purpose. If you're gonna do it, do it. If you want to cheat, then do it. It's.
Next stop,
But yeah, they've changed it so it's every mile now. So you can't even skip jump on a couple of metro stations anymore. And it's a record one this year. I think it's 62,000 entries. I think it's the biggest one they've done so far.
Bad driver.
Am I going the wrong way?
next stop,
No.
Broadcombe Lane.
Aye, 62. It's the biggest ever this year. There's normally a few thousand don't turn up like on the day, so I think it's normally about 50. There's normally about 2,000 or 3,000 don't show up. So there'll probably be 58 or 59,000 there on the day. But it's a cracking atmosphere. The COVID year when they done it in stages it was horrible because they done it in stages, so it was 5,000 at a time, over 4 hours. It was horrible. It wasn't the same. But last year they reverted back
Next stop, Ford.
to everyone starting together at the same time, so it was better. That way, isn't it? But it's good because, like I say, if people are struggling as well, there's always someone who'll encourage them on their way.
What's your badge number? I'm going to report you.
COVID run was horrible. It was absolutely awful, Ben. It messed with your mind as well, because you get the halfway point, you're like, why am I turning round? And you couldn't quite grasp it. But the hardest part for me in the COVID one was coming back through the Newcastle city centre. When you're coming up round Eldon Square and round the back of Northumberland Street, and it just didn't feel right.
Hello, driver.
Hello.
A single ticket, please. Thank you, driver.
Again, and that, and the fact that it was staged as well. So every half an hour it was 5,000 at a time, which meant everyone spread out. It's wasn't as good for the atmosphere. Well, like I say, whereas when everyone starts together, I think it's you're still quite packed right up until you get to like 6-7 miles before it starts to thin out a little bit.
Next stop, Dutch Vale Farm. Next stop, Birchwood Lane.
Although Ben, there is talk of them doing the COVID run again. It'll not be the Great North Run, but I think they're planning on doing it in May next year. It's like a separate run. I think they're going to call it the. I can't remember it was on. So is it the Northeast Half Marathon or Newcastle Gated Half Marathon maybe? But they're all looking at possibly doing it next May. Is a separate event. Not that I think many people would want to like. It just wasn't. Not for me anyway. I wouldn't do it. Five minutes ahead of schedule as well. There we go. Get on, Baldy.
Next stop, Village Square. Next stop, the San Martin.
Stop mentioning pubs, man, please. Just do with a nice pint. Think I can stop in the San Martin and have a pint on duty? I'm just going to nip in the San Martin and have a pint. No, best not. Let's be serious. No drinking and driving. Oh, car coming. Ah, sorry. Don't have collisions on. Good job I don't have collisions on sometimes the way I drive. That's probably very true indeed.
Hello, mate.
I was down in York on last summer on the riverside, where all the boats are. Hire you Vertex. And it was £2 for a pint. I nearly passed out. Yeah, good to see you in. But yeah, Michael, I was like I say, was it down on the riverside in York where the boats, where the little boat cruises are. I can't remember what the name of the pubs was. There's a few pubs. And I was expecting to have my eyes gouged out when we went in. Right, everything, every pint. Didn't matter what you want. I mean, they weren't. It was all like local brews. It wasn't like Carlsberg or anything like that. But it was all £2 a pint. And to be fair, half of them tasted half decent.
Hello, mate. Just
Hello
a single,
there.
please, mate. Lovely. Cheers.
Well, we're down on the Thames in May. Just past Tower Bridge. I got my eyes gouged out there though. Like I said, it didn't matter. It was all like local brews, like brewery. But every one of their pints was £2. Just a 44 go by top. I honestly don't know, Harrison. To be honest, no, they didn't sell Fosters. All the sell is this it's like a local brewery. And all the sellers, they're the brewery's brands.
Return, please.
Hope you want to return. But yeah, they don't sell any branded. Harrison, yes, we do go to Totnes Castle because I'm about to go there now. But yeah, Michael, they don't do any of the branded like big drinks. It's all, like I say, it's all the local brewery. But it is. I mean, it was rammed. Obviously, we sat outside as well. But it was better. It was absolutely full. But obviously, with those prices, it's not surprising. And I suppose if they're full and churning out drink after drink, they're going to make more money than charging
Hello, mate.
£6 a pint and only having a handful of people. Then I suppose. So I think that's the philosophy. I think. Yeah. I think that's exactly it. Keep the prices low and have it rammed all day. And sell bucket loads or be ridiculously priced and empty. Because like I say, we were down in London in June, and it was like £7 something a pint.
Jesus,
Gavin,
Gavin,
what the hell's
going on with your driving?
Man, that's a bad driver.
There's somewhere similar in Cornwall when we're down in Cornwall. A couple of years back, that was the same. It was all like £2 a pint, but it wasn't. It was all like the local beer. But again, it was rammed.
Flipping hell. Is he for real?
Yeah, I spent a fortune in London, and I'm back. Well,
Morning, sweetie.
when am I back? 1st of October, down for the weekend. 15th of October, down for the weekend, and then 17th of November, down for 6 days, I think.
St. Bridget Church.
Just the two oldest daughters follow Arsenal women, so they go down and watch whenever they can. But we normally stay over. We normally stay Friday, Saturday night, and come back Sunday. But we went down in April. We stayed for a full week. Well, 6 days in April. Then we stayed for 5 in May. Boiling. The V3D Olympian is cracking bus to drive. Oh, that's a red light.
Next stop, Totnes High Street.
Actually, I might do the Olympian next, actually. Right, where we're going. Bus station, isn't it? Yeah, I might do the Olympian next.
Oh my God.
Where are we going? What an inconvenient place to stop your bus. What the hell? Alright, okay. Interesting. I don't know what those 3 buses are doing, but it looks like they're having fun. I'll keep it PG. go. Right, let's do. Let's do. Did I have the V3D Olympian installed? Yep, I do. Let's do the Olympian. Do the bus station back. Yeah, gets a bit confusing sometimes. I went through that on Saturday, Wednesday or Thursday. Bus station, isn't it? Yeah. I had to completely uninstall OMSI and reinstall it. It had been that. It had caused that many problems last week. So I just completely wiped it and reinstalled. Jesus, I wish the heat would disappear. Hydraulics, yeah. Yeah, I started to delete some of the old maps I don't use anymore, Michael, for that reason. But I have got new. Yeah, can do, definitely. Absolutely do. Beta test for you. Holy crap, what about yours? Oh my god. Oh, the Olympian. My mistake. I was wondering what the hell I was in there. 44. What the hell? OMSI's died. There should be an email address on. Oh, actually, I'll just. There should be an email address in YouTube, but if not, then send it there. I've got access to both. Yeah, it's the same as you edify the files as well, Ben. It often removes the custom splash screen. Right, where am I going? Am I in the Olympian? Brilliant. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, definitely. I'll test them all. Test any for you. More than happy to do it. Didn't have one. Go with the first one. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, more than happy to test them for you. Let's get cracking. Yeah, no worries. Get the handbrake off would generally help, wouldn't it? Seriously. Well, I had 3 buses there before, now I've got 4. There's some sort of, yeah, I'll keep it PG. Come on, disappear. There we go. Reverse out. Get lost. That's it. Seriously. Wow. Michael, it's like the Go Northeast drivers, look. What the hell is it doing? Yeah, I've done that. I can't remember which ones I had. I downloaded a good few of them. I think there's a couple of oh crap brakes. I think there's a couple of videos with them in. With 1 or 2 of them featured.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm not sure what kind of party the buses were having, but yeah, look, they were definitely having fun. Now they've all gone. Yeah, definitely EU verdicts. Which ones did I do? Which ones did I have a look at? I think I've done the 68 from that you put on. There's a good couple I've tried. Anyone else getting on? Doesn't look like it. Oh no, we post what with doors? Oh, seriously. My doors don't want to close. Oh, mother of God. Do I have a manual door button? Oh, okay. closed? No, that's not closed. That one's closed. I don't know what the hell. Seriously, what the hell is these are these AI busters doing? I think OMSI has employed some of the go northeast drivers. Did you hear about the 21 driver, Michael? That stopped the bus, got off, and where am I going? Wrong side of the road. Stopped his bus by the Angel of the North, got off and said he and quit. Left everyone on the bus stranded.
Hello, mate.
Oh, my doors have closed that time. But yeah, I see, stopped at the Angel of the North, got off the bus, closed the doors behind him, and quit his job. Just left the whole bus stranded. I was absolutely gobsmacked. I had to check the date. I thought it was an April Fool at first.
Hello, mate.
Yeah, left, literally stopped the bus, Harrison. Got out the cab. Got off the bus, closed the door behind him, and that was it. Quit his job. Just left everyone at the bus stop and on the bus. And of course, people didn't know how to open the doors to get off. So I don't know. I said I don't know how long they were stuck there for. I'm guessing somebody rang the depot at some point when they realised, and they'll bring another driver to take it back. In fairness, it's the sort of thing I would probably have done as well. But yeah, it just seemed very random. Just quitting your job in the middle of a run. Surely you must have known at the start of the day you are quitting your job. Unless it's been that bad of a journey. No idea. I mean, the 21 service, it's every 10. No, that was in Newcastle, Harrison. Newcastle. Well, Gateshead. It's Gateshead. In the up in the northeast. But they're every 12 minutes or so anyway. So there would have been another one not too far behind it anyway. Yeah, see, I don't know if someone's rang the depot or they've waited for the next one to come along and then. But No, I guess it's not London. It's northeast of England. Time and we are for you. Like I say, I just Really, I must have known at the start of the day you weren't. Oh shit! That's the corner. That's bad. That way. That you were going to quit your job, or I say, unless something's gone seriously wrong that day, and tipped them over the edge. But again, you never know what's going on. I say you never know what's going on in someone's private life, do you? So, I suppose it could have been anything really. Ouch! After the result today, Michael, I'm still struggling to come to terms with it. Getting beat 1-0 off Man City at Man City, I could handle any day. Getting beat 2-1 off Liverpool, just about stomach it. Although we should never have let it slip against 10 men. But I could just about stomach that. But to get absolutely walloped of Brighton, it just doesn't. I mean, yeah, we got one back. Oh shit, that's still red. But to get beaten in the manner we did, to be honest, even from the very start, we never looked like we're going to win that game. But I hope it's the international break, so I hope that out our system when we come back after the international break and just get it on.
Oh, hello. All right, mate. Give us your return.
To be honest, I was at where was I? I was at Protest Ground refereeing. And when we got there, someone said, "Oh, it was Sunderland Southampton 5-0." I honestly thought Southampton won. I was actually quite gobsmacked to see it was the other way around. But no, it's a cracking result for Sunderland, to be fair. And as much as I sometimes hate Sunderland, I do miss the derbies. So I do hope they get promoted next season. Well, this season. Same as Middlesbrough. I hope they both. I would like to see them both back in the Premier League. Because I do miss the derbies. You're not getting on or off there. It can be stressful, but I do miss the time we are in the time these derbies. So yeah, I do hope they get promoted. It's good for the northeast as well. So I think Southampton, to be honest, I can see Southampton doing what Sunderland did when they got relegated and just go down into League One. I really do. I can honestly say, oh, I've gone the wrong way. Right.
Oh my gosh, close.
But yeah, I can honestly say Southampton.
You stick with Scale Electrics, mate.
going down to League One. But yeah, I say I missed the local derbies. Problem for Man City is though, I think they're relying on Haaland far too much, and I think it just takes that one injury to Haaland, and I think that could be, yeah. I think there's a lot of there's a lot of financial problems at Southampton as well. Which I don't think is going to help them this season, I think. Oh, I can't remember. Yeah, that's the problem City have got. They've got such a big squad.
This is amongst the worst driving I've ever experienced.
I think this, luckily for Newcastle, this deal with Adidas and Seller should give us a massive transfer budget for the end of the season. Where we won't break the financial fair play rules. So this is where we need the FA and UEFA to finish their investigations into Man City this season and have it done before the end of the season, so that they can potentially have any punishments done this season. Another Golden East driver there, I'm guessing, driving through the bushes. But I can't. I don't know how Man City can get out of any of the charges. To be honest, if there'd been one or two, I could understand. But when you've been charged with 120 something. Yeah, I totally agree. For me, I would have been happy with finishing top 6 last season, because I think the Champions League is going to kill it. I think the Champions League will destroy our season. We haven't got a big enough squad, because you think there's going to be a minimum 6 extra games midweeks. And I think it happened I think it was in 2012, 2013 when we got on the Europa League after finishing 3rd, 4th. In the following season, we finished 2nd. Was it 3rd bottom off, or did we even get relegated that season? Yeah, that's the problem. That's the problem, Michael. This is probably gonna drag on another 12 to 18 months, I reckon. Because, like I say, whatever punishment they get is going to be suspended. Or I think it's going to be suspended for 90 days before it can take effect to allow an appeal. They're going to appeal it. Which is then going to take another 12 to 18 months on top of that before anything then happens. But the problem is, if they're found guilty and they take it to court and lose their appeal, the problem is it has to be. It's got to be anything but a fine, because a fine is that's the problem. We haven't got a big enough squad for Europe this season. No bother, Harrison. Hi, official gaming official. Yeah, that's the problem. We just haven't got the squad this season. And I think with Man City, like I say, a fine's going to be pointless because it'll have no effect on them whatsoever. It's got to be points deducted or expulsion from the Premier League. And they've done it before, so that they can't say it's never happened before, because they kicked Swindon out back in the early 90s. Swindon were found guilty of, I can't remember what they found, some sort of financial irregularity. Swindon were found guilty of, and that's how Sunderland got promoted that season. Sunderland took their place. So they can expel a team from the Premier League. It's been done before. I think it's got to be. Yeah, well, that's it. I mean, there's no point in just buying like shed loads of players. You might as well build the team. If it takes 2 or 3 seasons, so be it. But it's better buying a couple of decent players each season and building that squad up. And the fact that we're under scrutiny anyway with being a Saudi owner. And I think we could only spend another 10, 12 million this transfer window without breaching any financial fair play rules. So yeah, I think it's just going to be. I think last season was just. I think we peaked too early. We're probably a bit too successful too soon last season. And we haven't got without the squad to back it up. N3 on, yeah, I'll do that next. N3 London City Bus. Yeah, definitely. Rick. I say hopefully with the seller shirt sponsorship and the Adidas deal that comes into effect next season, I think that should give us. I think someone was saying something like a transfer budget of in excess of 350 million for the summer transfer window. Again, they'll never spend all of that in one window, but it means we've got a bigger pot, possibly buy better players. And I think there's 1 or 2 on the way out, the likes of Paul Dummett. Oh, shut that red light. Jesus Christ. I think even Matty Longstaff, John Longstaff, I think is possibly not good. He's a good player, but I don't think he's good enough. Still a red light as well, isn't it? I think there's a few players in the squad that'll probably go in the summer. But yeah, I'll be happy for top 6 finish again this season. I don't think I know people are ranting and raving about winning the title. I can't. And on as much as I would love to see it, I can't see we're winning the Premier League this season. Yeah, that's the thing. We've got to build the revenue up first, and then we've got rid of Castor at the end of the season, who were ripping we're off. We've got rid of Fun 88, who were ripping we're off. And then with the Adidas deal, we're going to be selling shirts. Because I didn't realize as well that as part of the Castor deal, any profits from the shop went to Castor, not the club. They just paid rent. Nah, yeah, exactly. I think as much as I would love to see it, I think people who think we're going to win the league are delusional. I think top 6 finish, even if we can get out the Champions League group stages, and then a top 6 finish, good cup run, and then build on the next season. And I think the owners have done it the right way. We're not just going out buying and buying and buying. I think we've got a set of owners who are seeing the bigger picture and doing it in stages. And that's the best way to do it. Right. So. Right, London. So remember which one of these don't work. I don't have the N3. I do have the N3. I'm going to quickly grab a cup of coffee while that loads. Oh. Oh. Yeah, and the top 6 finish should be more than happy for me. I said that last season. yes, I think, like I say, that the squad we still haven't got a very strong enough or big enough squad to be competing with the top. So yeah, like I say, it's 6. I prefer top 6, but if we can get top 6, and even if we finish third in the Champions League and go in the Europa League, that'll be because of course the Champions League changes next season as well. It's not a group stage anymore, so yeah, like I say, it's a brand new. My cup of coffee there. It's a brand new Champions League format next season. It's just one big group now, and I think there's 5 English teams. I'm sure 5 English teams qualify automatically for it, and then 6th and 7th will go into the qualifying stages. 403, isn't it?
System pressure okay.
Yeah. I'm sure next season, because obviously there's 36 teams in it now, next season as well instead of 32. And like I say, I'm sure we get 5 automatic places for England, and then 2 go 6th and 7th will go into the qualifying stages. And 3, isn't it? But it's weird. There's 36 teams in the league, in all in one big group, but you're only playing 8. You're still only playing 8 games. And 3 to 1 release station. You'll play 4 random home games, 4 random away games. The top 8 will go through to the knockout stages. Then I think 9. The next 16 will go into a knockout, into a playoff against, into a 1-game playoff home and away. And the 8 winners will then go into the last 16 knockout stages of the. So it's gonna be quite weird. And then the bottom 8 just get knocked out. Bottom 8 knocked out, and no one goes into the Europa League anymore. So it's literally the top 8 out of the group go through to the knockouts. The next 16 will play off, and the bottom 8 will just disappear. Raw. Yeah, I think English teams will do very well. Well, this is why we've got the extra place as well next season. So instead of 4 automatic places, we'll get 5, and then two teams will go in the playoffs. Because obviously of Arsenal and Spurs, this season, the last season doing so, getting to the finals. I'm on the wrong side of the road, aren't I? Yeah, the top 7 could still potentially qualify for the Champions League proper. I don't like. I still don't understand the reasoning behind this. The change. Because this is what the European Super League was going to be, one big group, and UEFA were all against it and threatened to expel teams from UEFA competitions, and they're going ahead and doing the exact thing they said no, the Super League, the European Super League couldn't do. But again, I think it's a money. It's money. I think it's a money and TV thing. I think that's why they've changed the whole setup. Because I think someone said there'll be an extra 52 games or something as a result of the new format over the entire Champions League season. Yeah, definitely. All about money. That's exactly it. They can charge more to the broadcasters for broadcasting rights. Who will then charge us more to watch it. Yeah, I think that the worked out an extra 59 games. I think it is extra as a result of the new format over the whole Champions League. From the league stages through to the final. Yeah, well, like I say, it means you're guaranteed, instead of playing 6 games in the group stages this season, you're playing 8. You're playing a minimum of 8 next season. But then if you finish 9th to 24th, you then go another 2 games to play in the playoff. Then the knockout. So it's just mental. But I can see the teams who qualify for it next season pulling out the Carabao Cup. I really can. To avoid the fixture backlog. Again, it's going to be seeded as well, even though it's one big group. It's still going to be seeded, so the top 12, I think, the top 12 teams still can't play each other. So it's all about keeping it's all about money. Forget about the players' welfare, money, and keeping the big clubs in the finals in the latter stages. Because what will happen is you'll find that the likes of Real Madrid and Barcelona, they'll be drawn against the likes of Celtic and the lower teams, because they can't play they can't play anyone in the top 12 seeded teams. So you're pretty much guaranteeing your best teams get through to the knockouts, which is wrong. Anyone getting on this bus? Yep, little Miss Dora's getting on. Oh, so that win. Any more? Any more hiding around the corner? think that little old lady's a bit too old to be travelling around London this late at night. Like I said, yeah, this is what the old UEFA tried to put the block on the Super League for, because it was one big group, too many games, players' welfare, and they're doing exactly the same. Except they're clearing the money. And like I say, what will happen is, because it happened about a few seasons ago where teams withdrew from the Carabao Cup. I think that's exactly what will happen. Teams who get through to the Champions League format will either withdraw or they'll play their youth team. Yeah, Super League will definitely happen. I wouldn't be surprised if the Saudis do it. If Saudis do it, the Saudis set Live Golf up to rival the PGA, despite all of the threats. The PGA caved in and they've joined forces with Live Golf, and I think it'll be the same. I think these Saudis. Oh shit! I need to let them off, don't I? I think the Saudis will create this league, the Super League. And I think UEFA will realise they can't compete and back down, and I think it'll all become one.
Trafalgar Square, Charing Cross Station.
I mean, it's that crazy. We've got the Saudis are playing. They're playing. The national team are playing at St James's Park. They're playing 2 of their games at St James's Park. Surely you should play your national games in Saudi Arabia, but no, they're playing 2 of their games at St James's. It's becoming money, money, money. Yeah, again, I don't understand. I just don't understand it. Surely you're not gonna fill St James's Park for a Saudi game. Well, surely if you played at your national stadium in Saudi Arabia, you'll have a sellout crowd. It just doesn't make any sense. But a couple of years back, Carabao wanted to have the Carabao Cup played in Beijing, the final played in Beijing, because they were as the sponsors, and the FA flat out tell them where to sing the hook. But yeah, they try to get the Carabao Cup final played in Beijing. An English Cup final here at Wembley.
Whitehall, Horse Guards Avenue. Watch out for traffic when leaving the bus.
Well, this is the last one of the night. Yeah, I think the problem is at the minute with the Saudis is they're buying the likes of Ronaldo and Neymar and co.
Horse Guards Parade.
And they're trying to get more. One of the clubs have tried to get more salary yesterday. But I reckon
Westminster Station.
was it 150 million? And Liverpool turned it down. I think if they come in with the 200 million pound bid for Mo Salah, 31-year-old Liverpool. It's Liverpool. You can't turn that down.
Abingdon.
As a club, I'm in the wrong lane. As a club, you cannot turn 200 million plus down for a 31-year-old. They'd be stupid. And I think that's the problem. They're buying these players because money is no object. And I think that is the worrying type part. How long before the start? Yeah, some of the players that they're taking at the minute are coming towards the end of their careers. But with the amount of money that they're chucking around, how long before the like? Yeah, that's it exactly. It's all players who have got a year or two left of their playing career. But with the money they're chucking around, how long before that becomes some of the mainstream Premier League players who are in their prime, tempted to go over? Because if you're offering, I don't know, for example, well, just say De Bruyne or Haaland. If you're offering Haaland, what, 3-4 times what he's on at Man City now, it's a no-brainer, isn't it?
Lambeth Palace.
And I think that's the concerning bit in that for me. They're chucking this amount of money now at these old timers, and players coming to the end of their careers. What happens when this gets? What happens when they start chucking that out at the younger players? The likes of Declan Rice and players being offered ridiculous amounts of money They could go out there for 2 or 3 seasons and be set for life. Which is exactly what Neymar and Ronaldo will do. They'll do 2 or 3 seasons top, and then they'll be set for life with the money they're earning over there. And I think that's the concern. Because in the past, all the old timers generally went to the MLS, didn't they? They all went and finished their careers over in the US and the MLS. That used to be the norm. That's where Rooney and all that went, and that used to be the norm. But now I think it'll be the Saudis. No one getting on or off. Green.
Kennington Road, Imperial War Museum.
Yeah, that's it. Once someone comes in and says, we'll pay you this amount of money, they come and players will do it.
Fitzallen Street.
What will happen is they'll get players, go for a couple of seasons, earn all this money, then they'll come back to the Premier League or whatever domestic league.
Windmill Row.
But the problem, I think, luckily, I think a lot of them will, if there's a risk of them losing their international places, I think a lot of them might say no. The likes of the Haalands and De Bruyne's, I think touch wood would stay in the Premier League. I think it'd be more the fringe players who would possibly disappear across there. The likes of the Milners and Co. I think that'll be it. Players will go for a couple of seasons. They'll sign a 3-year contract, do 3 years, earn 10, 15 million over the season or whatever it is. Well, more than that.
St. Mark's Church.
They run 100 grand a week here, so
Oval Station and point.
probably earning 25-30 million pounds a season. Go over there, do 3 seasons over there. They come back, they're multi-millionaires. That because I can honestly see within 10 years, I can see there being a World Super League where the elite 15, 16 clubs in the world will play. They'll not play in their domestic leagues anymore, and they'll quite simply just play in a world league. I can honestly see it happening within 10 years. Or maybe it's the top 32. Yeah. I think 2 divisions of 16, and they'll not play domestic football, and they'll simply play in a world league. And I think that there'll be party atmosphere. There'll be big, huge crowds, party atmospheres. And billions of pounds invested in it. And if there's going to be that much money in it as well, clubs are going to jump at it.
Grove Way. Loughborough Road.
So stop. It is. Just when I thought someone stepping out to get on the bus, maybe he's not. Jesus Christ, there's ages to go yet. So is that finished? Well, we'll be finished just in time for match of the day starting then. Minutes to go.
Brixton Road, Brixton Police Station. Alight here for Brixton Academy.
Brixton Road. I don't know if I want to watch Match of the Day now. I just realised. Bad enough watching the match. I only want to watch it to see Jordan Pickford's own goal.
Brixton Station. Alight here for National Rail and local bus.
And Chelsea getting beat. We're going to just done Brixton Station. Oh, Brixton Police Station. Same thing. Yeah, something you should. I something you should do that. I'm just glad there's an international break so they can get this weekend out the system, and then come back and hopefully get some points on the board.
St Matthew's Church. Alight here for Lambeth Town Hall. St Matthew's Estate.
St Matthew's what? Not estate. I'm losing my marbles here.
Morville Road.
Oh, you turn in or what? Oh, wanker. You wait last turn. Typical taxi driver. Oops. Sorry if I upset any taxi drivers. Nobody getting on.
Milton Road.
You think why there's no one at the bus stops, but it's the night run, innit? 2:45 in the morning. I suppose I wouldn't want to be on the streets of London at this time in the morning. Oh, that's a bump. Ouch. Anybody? No.
Hill Station.
We did visit Brockwell Park when we were in London last time. It's monstrous. Huge. Remember someone...
Brockwell Park.
Remember someone saying it was a big park. Didn't realise it was that big till we got there.
Guernsey Grove.
Monster. I mean, having said that, mind, we were still at the by the London Eye at well after 1 o'clock in the morning back in May. It was loads of people out. Quite a few little pubs and clubs along the pubs and cafes on the riverbank further along from the London Eye. I think we were still there. We were still out. It was there was no. There was families with kids still. Still trotting along, listening to the music and stuff. Like I say, well after, probably between it was after well after 1 o'clock in the morning, like. I think we ended up getting an Uber back to Chiswick, rather than getting on the tube. I guess it depends on what part of London you're in, like. So we stayed in Chiswick outside, well, on the outskirts. It was dead quiet. It was dead quiet. Walking through the streets, every drive had 2 or 3 high-end cars on that drive.
Croxted Road, Thurlow Park Road.
And it was literally 20 minutes on the tube from Chiswick into the centre of London. And surprisingly enough, the Premier Inn in Chiswick was actually cheaper than staying in the city in London city centre, even though, despite it being in a posh suburb of London, we thought it was going to be quite expensive, but it was quite cheap, to be honest. It was probably 200 or 300 quid cheaper for the 4 nights to stay in Chiswick than somewhere like King's Cross or Victoria.
Ling's Coppice.
And the Ubers are crazily cheap down there. We travelled from Chiswick through to Wembley and it cost 21 quid. I think the same journey up here in Gates, it would have probably cost double. I've fallen asleep. Run out of fuel as well. That'd be funny. Run out of fuel before we get the end of the run.
Park Hall Road.
Who? Oh, Park Hall. What is it, Horsehall? Jesus, my mind is in the gutter. Anybody getting on? Nah. Nah.
Church Approach.
Nah. Anyone getting on there either?
South Croxted Road. Gypsy Hill.
What route am I on? The N3? Yeah, it is the N3, isn't it?
Dulwich Park, Kingswood Drive.
Forget what day it was. I mean, if I didn't have it on the bottom of the computer screen, I would definitely forget what day it was. And I have a very empty bus as well. Guess that's the night bus for you.
Dulwich Park, College Road. Crystal Palace Parade, College Road.
Crystal Palace is not the end of the route. Maybe. Maybe not. I've got anyone on board, so there's no one getting off, is there? For sure.
Crystal Palace.
Whoa. Be the chocolate pack by the mother of all. What? What? How big's that? Oh. Now where the hell it's gone? It's gone.
Crystal Palace Park. Alight here for bus services towards Herne Hill, Lewisham, Norwood Junction, Sydenham or West Dulwich from Crystal Palace Bus Station.
Oh, I've got to get her on her. I'm getting on. Are you getting on? You're getting on, you just get your back to us. Oh, he's getting on. Yay, I've got a passenger. For about 2 stops I've made out.
Crystal Palace Station. Alight here for Crystal Palace National Sports Centre and Athletics Stadium.
Seriously, dude, you got on for 1 stop. Wow. Have you just got off? Maybe it's not. Dude, you got on for a stop. You could have walked that distance. In fairness, I suppose 3 AM in London.
Hamlet Road.
Definitely the logic of OMSI. 1 stop. But I suppose in fairness, 3 AM in London. Oh. How many stops are we getting on for, Henny? Maybe we should stay on. Oh, spoke too soon. 1 stop.
Manley Road, Thicket Road.
Honestly, you could have walked that, Henny. Maybe a twat and make her go to the station. Nah, no. That'd be nice. That'd be nice. Time is it 20 past or just in time for match of the day. Perfect timing.
Road, Annerley Station.
Hey Ben. Yeah, definitely. See, I suppose 3 a.m. on the streets of London, I suppose. Although with my driving, it's probably safer walking. It's got that one, isn't it? There's that watch back again. Wow, it's huge.
Annerley Station.
So that was the end of the run. There we go. So that's it for me tonight. Thank you very much, Michael. Ben the Bus Boy. Harrison, as usual. EU Verdicts. I think who else have I missed? I think that's everyone tonight. Mavadi as well. Cheers. It was always a pleasure seeing you all in. I should hopefully be back tomorrow night. I'm hoping. If not, it'll be Tuesday night. If not, but fingers crossed. We should be live tomorrow for a while. So until then, good night.